Good Saturday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a good weekend or getting a good start. This is Rusty 78609 from Fort Clark Springs, Texas on a nice morning. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Brackettville is 68 degrees.
60 and 8, not bad. High today 90, and yeah, that's about for the next 10 days, about the same, but I don't know that I'll be here all 10 of those days anyway. I may be doing some traveling. So, having said that, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It's right now, and we've been through that drill 1,000 times, haven't we? But anyway, what else? Never worry about what you can't change. It's important. When you watch the news, just ask yourself, could I change that? Can I change that? Can I change that? Do I have any impact on any of that at all? And if the answer keeps coming up no, then ask yourself why you're watching the news, in my opinion, which is worth nothing. But anyway, I'm back in the RV. I'm back in my Class C motorhome again. And I'm glad. I sleep better here. I don't know. It's just a better way of life for me. So face it, Rusty, and do it, and I will. But anyway, hey, Google, tell us a joke.
What do you get when you put a vest on an alligator?
Investigator.
An investigator.
Anyway, positive energy, guys.
Take it easy. You can handle this. One step at a time.
That's right. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Anyway, enough said. The nooner today will be, or the noon video, be a little more on the progress, and then tomorrow we'll finish the roof up. Yeah, I think I'm going to call the video "The Sound of Progress." You're going to hear a lot of noise. Anyway, what else? Donnie Brayman. Hello, Donnie Brayman. Or Brahm. I'm sorry, Braham. Brahm. Nice video talking about the good old days. Everyone was happier back in the younger days, but we all have to keep on and create our own happiness and just do the best we can. Like you said, it's out there. You just have to look for it. Enjoy is the key word. Yeah, every day is the good old days. Like yesterday was the good old days. There are periods that appear to be better than others, but they're all good, in my opinion. And today's generation is enjoying their life just as much as we did when we were kids. We just don't see it from their perspective. I mean, they're brand new. This is all the way the world is. The Dogman Chronicles, check that channel out on YouTube. Says, appreciate the sanity session. Thanks, Rusty. I had a 1967 silver Mustang Fastback. It was my favorite. It's my favorite car that I've ever owned. Good memories. Yeah, my little blue Mustang, I guess I'd have to say was my favorite. Also, he said, King for a Day says could have done without the moon there at the end of the video. I don't know what you're talking about, King for a Day. Enjoy your day. Sherry Hooker, thanks for the walk down memory lane, Rusty. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, it was different. That's all. Was it better? I don't know. I mean, I'm having a good time right now. These are the good old days for me. In fact, I would have to say the last 20 years of my life have been the best years of my life, as far as total enjoyment, no stress, no kidding. Anyway, Bobby Holiday, wow, super cool beer 30 rather. I'm into and work on old cars. This is an awesome episode. Thanks for the sharing. Memories are cool for others to hear. Yeah, it was really different. The new car introductions were totally different. And now they'll come out with a new car in February or March. Doesn't matter. There's no. It's just whenever they get one ready. This person's name is Back on the Run. Left a flame of some kind. Thank you. Red Sky, a town of 2,500 people with 3 car dealerships. I live in a town of 2,000 people, and we are lucky to have a dollar store. I hear you. That's how it's changed, man. But back when the dealerships ruled, the big 3 auto manufacturers were ruling the world. Believe me, every little town had one or two. Mimi is me. You're so right. We had a '56 Chevy in the early 80s. I stopped to fill it up and I couldn't find the gas opening. I asked the kid at the station. He had no idea. I had to go home and ask the hubs where it was. Fun to think back in it. Rusty, we missed you. We are going to be in Capitan, Lincoln area this weekend. Well, good for you. Yeah, I'm going to go there and check it out. If it's too cold, I'll just move right on through. You know what I mean? I'm not into cold weather at all. Well, not really cold. Let me say that. Cool weather is fine. Down to about 45, I'm good. Steve 326. What's with the sunglasses indoors? I do me, you do you, man. Enjoy your life, Steve 326. Ralph P. Great beer 30, Rusty. I was a fuel attendant at 14 years old. I had to ask a few times where the filler was. Thanks for the memories. Yeah, back then, gasoline stations were service stations. The Texaco guy that wore the star, yeah, they wore uniforms, and you pulled into the gas station, they'd come out and you'd say, fill it up, and you wouldn't even get out of the car. They'd fill it up, check under the hood, check the whatever levels under the hood, and yeah, they cleaned the windshield and all kind of stuff, no charge. Yep, that was amazing. Sometimes they'd check the air in the tires, man. Tom Sharp, same to you. Rosebud's Travels. A dog. Do you have fever? No, I don't have fever. You're gonna see. No, this dog doesn't shed, doesn't do anything. Kay Rice loved Channel. Yeah, that was me for channel. At the end of the video, made me laugh. Yeah, sometimes I get the words screwed up, but it's going to get worse. It ain't going to get any better. I mean, you're seeing the peak actually coming down the mountain because there's no cure for what I've got, or you got it too, but just not as bad. It's called aging. Always enjoy your humor because it's so genuine. Keep on keeping the negative comments in their place. My granny would have called them idiots. Yeah, I hear you. That's lower than idiots. Yeah, one step lower. Yeah, the new puppy will be exciting. Can't wait. Best regards, Kay Rice. Thank you, Kay Rice. RB Living with the Geezer. Check that channel out on YouTube. Hopefully, when you get to Capitan, you can check out the progress Levi has made. Another chat with Levi would be great. Well, we'll see. W. Thurman. Yeah, I'm sure he's made a lot of progress. W. Thurman, first car I bought was a used 1964 and a half Mustang, dark green, 3-speed on the floor. That was in 1967. Yep. Yeah, it was. They sold. I think the Mustang was the best-selling car Ford ever had until the Ford F-150 came along, and it was really popular. It still is. Wayne Johnson. Yep. Same for this old 1967 senior. Dances dragging that 57 Chevy versus that Mustang, riding those gravel dirt roads, doing Batman turns, camping and fishing on creek banks. Yep, it was a different world entirely. Well, it is. I mean, it was a different. If you could go back there today, it'd be like a different planet. Sashi Smith. Good evening, Rusty. Enjoyed the session. Great idea. Just chill, enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Relax, because you need to focus on that because stress causes a lot of issues. I mean, it causes strokes in older people and younger people, heart attacks. So just chill out. Anyway, Sashi Smith. Good evening, Rusty. Enjoy. Oh, anyway, thank you, Stephen M. Hello, Stephen M. This is very good information to know. Well, that was on the tiny home. Thank you very much. More people should do this. Yeah, if they can find a place to put it. Gene Rodriguez, happy for you, Rusty. Thank you. That's on comment call. This next one's on comment call. J.A. In the whole world, whether it's animals or mankind, there are only male and female. No, I agree with that, but I think I lost another 100 subscribers yesterday. I mean, just because I mentioned this right here. Crazy, man. Gene Rodriguez, hey, Rusty, wasn't sure if I heard you say you got a fur baby rewinded twice. OMG, that's great. Never thought I'd hear you say that. Good for you. They give so much. I'll be waiting anxiously for Monday's video. It may be Tuesday before I do a video, but yes, there's a new chapter. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Yeah, because I may be traveling Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to go to maybe Caverns of Sonora for one night. I'm just going to take a leisurely trip out to Capitan. So I'll stay at Caverns of Sonora maybe one night. And they don't really have, they've got a Verizon signal there, but it's really bad. So I may even miss a day of comment call. I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on here, Rusty. Kenneth Bode. There are a few old dance halls left, but they have thinned out a bunch. I remember trying to peek at the new cars through the covered up windows. Those were good times. Yeah, no kidding. I think everybody did that back then. WTBM 123, cool. Henri Codger, I always enjoy the Beer 30 sessions. I ain't a very smart man, but I know what a female is. Me too. That's what makes the world go round, guys. The balance, the yin and the yang. HWM Liberty, you make me want to get some beer. I haven't tried any since childhood. You're glad you're getting a dog. Yay, glad you're getting a dog. Yeah, you'll see. It's coming. S. Lee, everyone's afraid to say what you said about there being only two sexes. When a baby is born, Barry, something they're either a boy or a girl. That's a fact. What they change after they're born and grown up is their business, but at birth there are only two sexes. And then K. Bob Hope says, what about the occasional folks who are actually born with both sets of equipment? Well, I've never heard of that. I mean, I'm sure, well, they got thalidomide babies. They were born with all kinds of stuff. Anyway, David Gibson, thank you, Mr. Rusty. You're quite welcome. Sue Martinez, welcome back, Sue. She's got a channel on YouTube. My first car was a 1947 Chrysler New Yorker. I bought it from the elderly lady who lived on the corner of our street. I had a straight 8 with push button starter after the key was turned. It was the first year for fluid drive transmission. Huge car. I graduated in 1969 from La Feria High School. I won the quarter mile a few times with that car. How about that? Way to go, Sue. This is Great Riff is here. Schrader Dance Hall is in Goliad, Texas. It's still open. Great video. Well, it's not in Goliad. It's about 20 miles from Goliad, out in the country. I know where I've been there many times. Anyway, D. Anderson, I have confidence in this crew. They were walking all about that roof like they knew what they were looking for. Yeah, that was on the roof repairs. This is Texas Lady. Happy Friday, everyone. Well, it's Saturday now. Time's a-passing, ain't it? This is on Beer 30. Craig Johnson, missed the cars of 50s, 60s, 70s. Anymore, they look so much alike. Yeah, they do. They actually do. In fact, all the SUVs, you could line them up side by side, and you probably couldn't hardly tell the difference. Ron Drennan, hi, Rusty. Excellent sanity session. I remember those days. Graduated 1967, bought a 1966 Mustang, then ended up in Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Thanks, Rusty. You're welcome. A lot of guys ended up there. 500,000 of us did that thing. Big Boss Man, I don't blame you for looking up about the different sexes. This whole society, this whole woke society has people mixed up. I don't mean to offend anyone, but when I was born, you're either a girl or a boy, baby. And now I guess you're supposed to decide. Yeah, it's crazy. He says, anyway, it's life, guys. I mean, what does no more woke mean? Everybody's saying that. This Bobby Holiday says, I take offense to all that left bullcrap. Whatever, you know. Move along, Rusty. Alvin Masso, awesome Beer 30. Everyone have a great weekend. Cheers, Rusty. Cheers to you. Ann Mitt, dog sitting or adopting? We'll find out soon. T. Marie, enjoyed the Beer 30. My best times growing up were in the 60s and 70s. Wish I could go back in time for a little while. Yeah, I may be able to do that one day. You never know. Lulu K, Fun Beer 30, Rusty. Dances were the best. Hope the kids are still enjoying them today. Have a great weekend. Yeah, they may be. I mean, I'm sure they probably are. Anyway, William Steinbacher. Good idea getting a dog, Rusty. Will you name him Old Cap? Should get more views? Good luck. Actually, the dog's name is going to be Romeo. I had a little poodle one time named Romeo, and so this dog's name will be Romeo in honor of that young puppy that I had to take back because it wasn't working out. Scotty Thompson, cool video talk, Beer 30. Video, was the beer good, Rusty? Yeah, it always is, Scotty, every day, every day. Thank you, Scotty. The Masked Bowler from Wisconsin, Copperman. Paul Richer, male and female, the only two. The rest are Qs, whatever that. Hey, lighten up, lighten up. Cecilia Barker. I had a 1956 Bel Air Chevy two-door hardtop, dark green and white. It had a slight rake and glass pack mufflers. Love that car. Yeah, I remember the old glass packs. Gave it a good sound. Steve Wheatley. I think all girls are born with dancing ability. Not so much us guys, though. We have to work at it. I don't know, man. I mean, there's some guys that are just as good as the gals, man. I mean, Wayman Samang. Good old days, Rusty. Enjoyed remembering those times. They were sure different back then. Thanks. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's it. It was different. Was it better? I don't know. It's for the kids growing up now. Same thing. Sean Gallahue, thumbs up to you. Earl Wells, do you remember Isaac Peyton Sweet, known as IP Sweet or IP Sweat, I guess? He was big in the 1970s in South Texas. Oh yeah, the good old days. No, I don't remember that one. I sure don't, Earl. Or it doesn't come to mind right now. Carl H., the hermit with Wi-Fi. I'm going back to listen to the comment called today. A dog, I cannot believe it. Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, IMC Will 0502, whatever. Here in Sarasota, Florida, it's time to prepare for a hurricane coming. Good, I guess. I don't know, or bad. People will be packing the stores and buying up gas. The drinking starts when the hurricane gets here. Eileen Toole says, I'm 82 miles north of Sarasota. Doesn't look good. Well, let's see where the hurricane is. I can tell you that. I got the hurricane watch in my bookmarks. So I'll look and see. It shows that there's, well, Ian down here is moving west at 14 miles per hour, and it's 14 degrees 7 north, 73 degrees 0.5 west, moving west at 14 miles per hour. So I don't see that disturbing Florida in any way. So maybe you're not going to get hit. But anyway, moving along here, moving along. Brian Barbie appears Schrader Hall is still alive and doing well. Well, that's good to know, man. Ellen Dowd, good evening, Mr. Rusty. My first car was a 63 Plymouth Belvedere push-button automatic. Yeah, I remember those. I do. William Combs. We'll do three more here. William Combs. Wow, times have changed. Here in Tucson, there was a Friday night car blowout where 160 young kids were arrested for not being responsible. Yeah, I know. They actually set up traps for them, to catch them drinking underage. And I think that's terrible, man. It's just baiting them, because the kids are going to have a little beer every now and then, and they'll put undercover people in schools to find out, where they're going to have their parties on Friday night, and then all of them will show up and bust them. It's like the Liquor Control Board in Texas. They'll send a guy into 7-Eleven, a quick stop that's busy. He goes back there and picks up a quart of beer or some beer, goes to the counter. He looks like he's 30 and checks out. And then they bust the little guy behind the counter for selling him beer underage. I think that those people need to be put in a home. You know what I mean? That's bad. Guitarza used to always stop at Barth and Kennedy on trips back to Corpus Christi. Yeah, those were the good old days. Yep. Jeff Erdman says, I'm having a martini with you tonight, Beer 30. I remember when the full fill was behind the rear license plates on some car, and when the third brake light came out, as well as the cross shoulder seat belt. Thank you. Mary Cooper, Fun Beer 30. Have a good weekend. You too. Anyway, guys, let's let the old goat give you a stinking kiss. Saturday morning here, one-eared stinking goat kiss. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your life one day at a time. Thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you one penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon and buy whatever you want. Okay? And then drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water, and you will not want to eat so much as in snack. You know what I mean? And the only way to lose weight and keep it off, you know it and I know it, is what? Eat less. That's it. Get a smaller plate. Eat out of a saucer instead of a platter. That'll make a big difference. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes. Do it several times a day. You'll never regret it. And then what else? Stretch. 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 Swivel, swivel, swivel. Walk, walk, walk. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice every single day. Why? Because you'll feel better immediately, and you may live longer, healthier, because of that one thing. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negativity in. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those little neurons in there are forming neural links, which is every single thought, every memory you have. Okay? So, common sense says add good ingredients. How about that one? Don't watch the news, all negative crap. And so with that in mind, enjoy your enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekend. Thumbs up, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the noon video, which will be more on the roof, guys, and up on the roof. Anyway, adios, amigos, bye-bye.